I want to thank Ash for speaking. He's always very inspirational. Who you are? Oh, hi, Russell Teeter, Regional Director with the Maryland Small Business Development Center. And I just want to thank Ash for giving his story. It's a very inspirational story. He's very specific on the key strategies he used to take himself as well as his business from a not successful situation to building a multi-million-dollar empire. What he shares, his experience is tremendous, and I greatly appreciate his ability and his approach to business growth.
All right, so one more time. That's better? Okay, so how is everyone doing today? Well, thank you. Well, first of all, I want to take this time and thank you so much for being here. It is my pleasure to come here and truly work with SBDC, because I have to tell you that they truly helped me when I was getting it going. And I will share that with you as I go along. Today, my goal is 3 things. Number 1, my goal is to have lots of fun with you. Who in here likes to have fun? Yeah. All right. Second thing is to give you education, to truly teach you what I went through so that you can understand what you are going to go through before you go through it, so you can plan it out. And number 3, it give you a great roadmap so you can follow the path that I followed and perhaps reach the heights that you always desired. So with that in mind, I want to say thank you so much. So I want to begin to share my story with you a little bit. Then I'm going to go into more. We're going to go in more deeper and deeper as we go along. Okay. All right. So I came here from India in 1989 with $20 and not a word of English, and I received my PhD at the age of 17. It stands for Public High School Diploma. Now once I got that, I went to college and I was studying computer science. I majored in computer science, minored in math. Now, when we were coming over here in 1989, we had waited 9 years for this day to arrive. We were waiting, me, my parents, and my brother. We had waited for this day for visas to come. My aunt had applied for us in 1981. We got it in 1989. On September 4th, 1989, we are at the Bombay International Airport. As we are sitting at the Bombay International Airport with 20 other family members who are waiting to say goodbye to us. We spent an entire day at the Bombay International Airport. As we are sitting, as we are having great time, around 7 o'clock at night, I finally bow down to my elders and say, bless me. And they told me, may you live 100 years. As I'm walking away from them and going through the security gates, of course, we are emotional at that point. And because we know that we are not going to see them for 20 years. We walk in this airplane. Me and my brother, we have never seen an airplane before. We walk in this beauty and we first smell this nice perfume. And we say, wow. And we get wowed by the carpet. It had maroon carpets, beige sidings, and I love the part where they had cabinets at the top. I mean, they were beautiful. And then there was, of course, knobs in the middle. And then me and my brother, we are fighting. Okay, who's going to get up? Who's going to get at the window seat? And as we are fighting for the window seat, we are trying to figure out, we are fighting, and I said, okay, we are going to share. Of course, I am an older brother, so I get a distinct advantage. So I chose the window seat. As I'm sitting next to the window, waving goodbye to my family, which I cannot see. 9 o'clock comes around, plane is about to take off. 9:30, 10 o'clock, the plane is not moving. At that point, the pilot says, it's going to be delayed due to technical difficulties. 10:30, 11, 12, 12:30, 1. By this point, plane is muggy and hot, in Bombay temperatures, over 100 degrees, and really yuck. You don't want to be in that plane. 1:30, finally, plane takes off. 8.5 hours later, we land at the London Heathrow Airport. When we land at the London Heathrow Airport, we figured out that, first of all, I had to go to the bathroom. I said, okay, so what do we do now? So I walk around this door like 5 times. It says restroom on it. So I thought it was like a VIP room or something. So I'm walking by this door, not knowing what to even ask. My family, my dad, I finish, somebody help me. I go over to my dad on this side of the counter, and I see him struggling. As he's struggling, he's saying something, the counter person doesn't get it. She's saying something, he doesn't get it. As they are all fighting and they're confused with each other, they don't know what to really do. So one Indian lady comes over, helps out my dad, and basically breaks the news to us. You have missed your connecting flight. So, as this is going on, my dad and us, we thought the ground just left. Because how many times in business we feel like we are stuck in the middle of the road? Especially after 2008. We felt exactly that way. Because we thought we are never going to take off again. We will never land at our final destination. So we go ahead and this lady helps us out. We get vouchers, we get in the hotel. And first order of business between me and my brother is jump on the bed. Because we had never seen a hotel before. We go downstairs, we are hungry. And I'm looking at this food, menu choices, and we are vegetarians. In 1989, in London Heathrow Airport, vegetarians, good luck. So I'm looking at this menu, we don't know what we are reading. We have no idea what we are reading. This lady walks over, she says, okay, why don't you get a salad, a spaghetti, and a bread roll. I go for the salad. I said, hey, you know what? I had never had grass before. I might as well go for it now because I'm hungry. I had never had grass before. So I said, okay, let's go for the grass. So I go for the grass, and it was horrible. Because, my mom cooked at home chapatis and parathas and, Indian cuisines and stuff like that. Then I said, okay, let's go for the spaghetti. It's got to be good. Well, it was horrible, too. Then I say, if anything in the world, best thing is the bread. I go for the bread, and I said, I can't bite the bread. And finally, I said, okay, we go to bed hungry, and next morning we arrive into United States of America. When we arrived over here, we knew that we were going to make our dreams come true. So in 1994, I went into business. I said, okay, I'm in life. We have to go at it with everything we got. After that, of course, I went for my investment exams, and that was also 4 or 5 time trials, okay, and so forth. But as you go in business, how many times we are trying to get at it, and we are trying to figure out the answers to our questions? How many of you have questions over here that needs answers? Well, today, I'm going to share that with you, exactly what I did from that struggling point, because if that wasn't enough, I would go home to my dad, and I said, Dad, you won't believe this. I got all these appointments because I called up my uncles and my aunts and my cousins and everybody. You name it, I had them on the list, baby.
Hi, we're at Frostburg State University, where we just had a fantastic presentation by Ash. He is the man. Very erudite, very dynamic speaker. He's extremely knowledgeable in all fields of business development. Highly recommend him as a speaker, consultant, and all-around great guy. Thank you for coming.